evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's Twitch stream. Tonight we're taking a look at the North Somerset Railway first, and after that we're going to have a look at the Amtrak -8, which I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that one. I know it's been much sought after, but first we're looking at North Somerset Railway. So let me just switch on to the first slide here. So here we go, the North Somerset Railway. This is a brand new railway that's being built, and it doesn't exist yet. It's currently in the planning and development stages. So Radstock's adjacent to Midsummer Norton. Now these place names might sound familiar. They sound a bit Somerset and Dorset. Both growing towns with no local strategic development for transport to ease road congestion, which is growing upon the increase of housing population in the area. The North Somerset Railway is set to plan the reopening of the only feasible railway line accessing the area. This railway line has the advantage of a Sustrans path adjacent for the majority of the route. The railway line will give accessibility to an area of natural beauty with tremendous views over Mells Down to those whom cannot drive or cycle by restriction of finances or mobility. The final plan is to have railway stations located at Radstock, Kilmersdon, Mells Road, Mells, Flowers Farm near Great Elm, and a new station at Frome, closer to the town centre than the current station. This will allow for service opportunities with train operating companies to operate through services to the wider network for commuting, with heritage service operations possible at other times. So this is, as I've just said there, this is a brand new proposal for a route that, and this route was created to help the people who are building it to show off what their vision for the route is. So they've got a 10-year plan to actually create the route, which starts last year, and the goal is to get this built. You now get to see what this route will look like upon its completion. Included with the route is the Class 117. So this is in the chocolate and cream livery, and it's in a 3-car consist. And it's upgraded from the one that used to be that was on sale previously. So without further ado, it's probably time to take a look at it. That's basically an overview of the route and the trains. So let's get started. I've got the game loading up here now. So yes, we're going to be running along North Somerset line. There's a few scenarios included in the pack. Let me get you a list. I can find. Here we go. Very special day, morning commute, cold winter's evening, first trip of the day, and then there are 3 rail fan scenarios. Right, so I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining us. Just waiting for the game to fire up. Deadly Dorito, I believe they're all career scenarios. Yes, in fact, yes, they are all career scenarios. Right, let's get the sound on. Okay, today's the first day of operation. You'll be running non-stop from here at Frome to Radstock, where you'll be met by a welcome party before returning to Mells Road. So let's get going, and then we can take a look outside. Window a bit smaller. But I hope you can all hear me alright. I'm going to turn the volume down for me though. Let's turn that master volume down. Hopefully that's not affected you. Now I can hear myself think. Right, so let me just put it up to the next gear. Here's the passenger view, of course. An exceptional amount of detail on the show. If it's not especially long, I'll show you the map view actually shortly. Think of it as kind of like a heritage route, except that their intention is to run actual main commuter services. Torito, this isn't meant to be a reserve line. This is a line that has not been built yet and will be running commuter services. Turn the volume of the game down a little bit. Right, hopefully you can hear me a little bit better and the game a little bit less now. Is my mic even by my mouth? It's just here. Right here. I'm not using this thing. I'm going to warn you that I'm probably going to get hit by AWS ramps. So don't worry about that. You can't even hear the game now. Oh dear, oh dear. How about that? Turn it up a little bit more. There you go. I'm not using this microphone, folks. Don't worry about that. Now we're speeding. Excellent. See, I'm not looking what I'm doing, I'm trying to show you the route. Put some lights on, shall we? So we've got a 20 limit coming up. Oh, we just about caught that. Brakes on. So these are manually lapped, same with most of the first gen DMUs. Got a cycle path along the side here. So this is where we turn off. Now I'll show you the map as we do this so that you can see what's actually happening here. There's a quarry down to the left there. So if I just show you the map now. So this is Frome. And then we've just gone past this junction here. If we were to go left down here, you'd go to this Watley Quarry. And the loading line. So you've got the quarry facility here. And then the line carries on all the way up here to Bradstock. Not worried about speeding. One of the things that has always taken me when I've looked at this route is just little details like this. Proper road, all the navigator, the signs. It's a very nice touch. You'll find those throughout the route. Bollygun? No, I don't. I don't worry about speeding. If I was worrying about driving it well, I'd be sitting in the cab and you couldn't see the route. So. Lovely countryside. We're going up a steep grade here, 1 in 40. Where are all the rail fan scenarios set to throughout the route? So if I just pop the manual up, that's what you do when you're driving a train. There's one at Radstock, one at Flowers Farm, and one at Mells Road. This is Flowers Farm Station. I always think this, when I've run up and down this line a couple of times now, I thought it'd be actually really nice to have like steam galas on this line, because there's some really nice point work and junctions and so forth that be running good for operations like running around and so forth. TJX, is DTG involved with the actual construction and refurbishment of the line? No, that's the North Somerset Railway that are actually doing that. They wanted to actually see a creation of their route, of what they were proposing, just so that they could show it to other people. We're almost at the top of this part of the grade. We'll be coming up to Mells. We'll be back to Mells shortly. Right, we're almost up to the line speed. The 50 limit coming up. Then we're going through Mells. Ah, AT4047 has just actually posted a link to the real railway. So go and have a look up there. Perhaps offer your support. I've just realised I've got the maglev background on here. There you go. That's better. Sorry about that, folks. I thought I'd caught all of those. Lots of AWS ramps in this section. A fixed distance signal. And then we're dropping speed to 25. Crossover. So I mean by some of the interesting junctions at the different stations. Speed up again. Trade boy, why don't I whistle at the previous whistle board? I was probably watching the chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat so I can answer your questions, which means I'm not paying as much attention as I should do as a driver. So going down a 1 in 69 at the moment. Is this related to West Somerset? I don't think so, no. See, Rogers, I'm not using this mic, I'm using one down here. Everybody else says they can hear it okay. Listen harder. rail fan dude there. Still, well, we're levelling off now, so I don't have to work quite so hard on the brakes to keep the speed under control. Kilmerston. Are there many whistle boards? You can blow the whistle as much as you want. They're doing some work on the loop of Radstock, so there is a temporary speed restriction, so I just need to watch out for that speed restriction as we come into Radstock. Blow the horn as much as you like. This is more of these signs. Going a bit slow now. Looking at the scenery and not looking at what I'm doing. Nothing unusual there though. Right, we'll set the brakes on, just get the speed under control. We're still on a gentle down gradient, but we've got some speed reductions, and they're coming ahead of where it says on the HUD. So we've got the advance warning, the temporary speed restriction coming up there on the right. Oh no, sorry, that's the fixed distance sign. It looked like the yellow sign up there. There's the fixed distance warning of the temporary speed restriction. I knew it was coming up. It slowed down, the 10 starts any minute now. Do need to stop at Radstock reverse. That's it, this will do. Right, that's us stopped here. We've got to wait until we carry on. Deltic, so is this something we approach the group with, or did they approach? They approached us, actually. It's slightly more complicated, the story, than that, but essentially it was the North Somerset group were really keen to see their vision realised in the game. Blow the horn to let them know you're coming, and then pull into the station. PBRS Productions, have you not seen the Weardale and Teesdale Railway, which is actually on Steam and superb in my opinion? I'm not slightly biased, by the way. But yes, the Weardale and Teesdale Railway includes everything you've just described. Got some workmen over there. Right, that's it. We're coming into Radstock now. Oh, we've got a crew, a welcoming committee waiting for us here. Look. See good. So is this a version of the proposed route? Yes, this is based on the plans and specifications that have been drawn out so far. There's no guarantee the finished route will look exactly like this, but this is based on everybody's sort of collective vision, including the North Somerset Railway as well. They've obviously had a lot to do, a lot of input on this. Right, let's get the doors open. Looking the wrong way, boys. Train's back there. This is cool. I like this. Lots of when a scenario says that a line's been taken out, I do like to see it actually being taken out, and there's visible sort of change to the line. Right, now change ends, head back to Mells Road where another driver will take over his chance to drive the line. Right, we're now on to Kilmersdon in 1.2 miles. Again, we're still in the temporary speed restriction, so I do need to be careful of the speed. The rail fans, they like rails, don't care about trains. I've not heard it put that way before, but yeah, I guess so. Hopefully we'll get out of the TSR in a little while. A 14XX auto train on this route. Ah, GWR. Now that is an idea. There's plenty of run-round tracks as well, so you could run, do run-round manoeuvres and so forth. I think that marks the end of the temporary speed restriction. As soon as we're all out. There we go. Does it have the original throne market? I don't think so. I wouldn't know what I was looking for, if I'm honest. I don't know the area particularly well. Right, 40 miles an hour, limit up to Kilmersdon. So the bit that I'm not showing you today is the quarry section. So if I just remind you, if I look at the map here, so we've got the main line down here to this is the Frome Portal, and this is Frome Market, and then this is where the line branches off to the quarry. So we're just going up and down the main line. So we're on our way up to Kilmersdon. How many miles end to end, Francois? I must admit I don't have the answer to that question, I'm afraid. It's not a long route. It's built to be a representation, so there's very high detail. There's lots of very fine details on this one. And it was, like I said earlier, it was built to help sort of realise the vision of what the line will look like and what the infrastructure around it will be. And I think it does that quite well, actually. It's quite a fun little line to drive. I'm supposed to be stopping here. Oops. Oh dear. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, visit the academy. That sounds about right. Speeding, missing stations completely. Oh, you get it all on this stream. The value for money. Oh no. Nebworth, yeah. Right, moving on swiftly to Mells Road. Let's get a license in the post. That wasn't an AWS. Right, coming up to Mells Road. OMG says, Matt, you're fired. I can do the stream here if you want. Right, that's AWS alarm. Yeah, I'm missing T. All I've got is this clear stuff. It's not the same. Right, let's see if we can manage to stop at this station. Now we stopped too early. Do I have a rail driver here? No, there's no rail driver on this machine. Right, pulling into Mells Road now. I thought for a minute I was going to end the stream with a spad. That would have just been the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? Right. Let's have a look around Mells Road. Lots and lots of custom new assets built for this route. There we go. So that's the North Somerset Railway, folks. That one's coming soon. That didn't go as planned. Well, no, not quite. I still got 391 points though. Actually, I wouldn't get anything because I didn't actually finish the scenario properly. Never mind. Right, there you go. That was the North Somerset Railway. Let me just give you a quick reminder. So this is the route overview, with the line from Frome Market to Radstock, as well as the quarry line heading down on the dotted line section there. And in terms of trains, it comes with the BR Class 117 chocolate and cream 3-car DMU. Right, folks, that is a look at the North Somerset Railway. So, I'm just going to leave this one with you for a minute and then we'll get on and do the next one. Okay, folks, it's Dash 8 time. A lot of people have been really keenly asking for this one, and looking forward to the release of this one and so forth. And it's been delayed a couple of times, and but it's about getting it right. So the Dash 8, also known as the P32-8WH or the P32-8 or the B32-8WH, the GE-832BWH is used. That's a lot of letters and numbers. The train is used by Amtrak as a passenger locomotive and is based on the GE-8 series of freight locos. Producing 3,200 horsepower, the Dash 8 uses DC power for the traction motors, which run at 1,047 RPM. However, when providing head-end power to the locomotive, the engine speed is locked to 900 RPM. When running in HEP, or head-end power mode, with a 0 kilowatt HEP load, the power output to the traction motors is 2,700 horsepower, and the traction horsepower decreases to a minimum of 1,685 when providing the maximum 800 kilowatts of HEP load to the train. If you're not aware, HEP is what provides heat and light to the coaches on the train. So all of this results in a maximum speed of 100 miles per hour, 161 kilometers per hour, whilst in passenger operation. These days they are predominantly used for switching purposes, for piloting duties and for moving trains and coaching stock around, but they do still swap out for P42 DCs, other Amtrak units to replace failed services and to lead other users' units if there's extra power required. So they're used. I've got another thing I found here. It's all buried. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, I'm losing myself in Windows here. So yes, today the Dash 8 has been relegated to yard switching, mainly in Los Angeles, Oakland, Chicago, Miami, and the auto train terminals, and transfer service, displaced by the newer and more powerful Genesis. But the Dash 8s occasionally substitute for the Genesis units if necessary, and Los Angeles-based units frequently see use on Coast Starlight and the Pacific Surfliner. So, scenarios for the Dash 8 are for the Miami West Palm Beach route. And let me just check. The pack comes with Amtrak coaching stock. It also comes with two variations of the Dash 8, so you can see the more modern Amtrak livery there. It also has I think it's called the Pepsi-Cola livery, the Amtrak Phase 3, as well. I'm just having a look to find what scenarios this pack has got. So it's got southbound to Miami Part 1 and 2, star switching, and then there's a bonus where you have to stop a service in Fort Lauderdale called Dash to the Finish. That's just a little short one. Right, so without further ado, I think let us go ahead and run a scenario so you can take a look at it. Excellent. Welcome back, folks. There's the Pepsi-Cola livery, by the way, up here. You can see that. That's the Pepsi-Cola livery, or the Pepsi livery, or Amtrak Phase 3 as it's supposed to be called. It's not actually Pepsi, it's just because of the colours people have called it that. So we're going to be running a scenario. We're actually going to be running part 2 of a 2-part scenario because part 1's a bit long for this purpose. Here we go. Okay, engineer, you are cleared to proceed. However, there is a freight train running ahead of you, so beware of reverse signals. Well, this is going to go well, isn't it? Just waiting for the HEP to come on. Come on. Let's have a quick look around the cab. Got to turn the cab light on and off. HEP's on. Instrument lights. Turn the cab light on while we're looking. Right, let's get going, and then we can. So now as we're pulling off, so this is the middle cab view position, and you can open the door. You can even open the toilet, because why not? Right, let's get moving. off now. So we're basically running from here to Miami. About half an hour run. Less if I spad. There's a great crossings up here somewhere. Got a signal up ahead. What's that signal? Reds. Take it easy on the run up to this line. We've got yellow and we've got a non-quiet zone here. I don't know where the crossing is. Or is it coming up here? Oh, it is there, look. Right, so we've got a yellow light, so we're still on caution, so I can't go too silly. So someone's asking about quiet zones. So quiet zones are set up by the local areas, basically to define where is it that they don't want trons blowing their train. So built up areas, residential areas, things like that, and they're marked as quiet zones, so the train won't blow the horn except for an exceptional circumstance, and they'll just use the bell. And they're marked by the little signs on the side here, which would have a W on them normally, a W with a big cross over them. Got to remember that we passed a yellow on the last signal. I think the bell is more annoying than the horn. You're probably not wrong, however the bell doesn't travel anywhere near as far. The horn can be heard for a very long way, in reality. 2 or 3 kilometres I think is about the range of a horn, whereas the bell doesn't go anything like that far. So coming down to a 45 limit at the moment, and we're stopping at Hollywood Track 1. Oops, it's not quiet zone. Wasn't supposed to blow the horn. Never mind. A little bit of brakey brakes. This is one of those quiet zone horns. See, it's got the mark on it. Right, so coming into Hollywood now. Is there a scenario for the Pepsi can livery? I must admit I don't know, Didgeridoo. I've not looked to see on all the scenarios yet. I literally only just started looking at this pack about 3 hours ago. Doors open. They've got Genesis behind us. I'm sure that you're loving that sound. Right, we're off. Going by Golden Glades. We're off, back again, 45 limit. Have another look again. So you've got the conductor's seat, you've got the engineer's seat, and you have the all-important I can open the door seats. And I can also, if I can get hold of the handle, open the toilet seat. Oops, we're over speeding. I don't feel too bad. I've already got 1,000 points on this scenario, so. People on the stream talking about dials. These are said dials, the levers. Right, we're coming up to that infamous 79 miles per hour limit that makes some people twitch in funny ways. There's a lot of discussion about the toilet going on in the chat. I'm not going to repeat it. So I've just got another, give you another look outside. Speed up a little bit, I think. Let's just check that next signal. Yep, we've got high ball. Off we go. Coming up to 79 now. Do the windows open? No, the windows don't open. You've obviously got wiper. And as I showed before, you've got cab lights and instrument lights. Coming up to 79 now. Take it easy on the power. Do you get lights only come when you blow the horn? Deadly Dorito, you mean the ditch lights. So they're on at the moment. I can turn them on and off independently, or if I blow the horn, you get the alternating flashing ditch lights or crossing lights. Got high ball again, so we're good for the next 2 signals at least. The next one. Good, we're still on the greens. Deadly Doritos having Oreos. Oh man, share! Got a manifest train going in the other direction. We're going via Golden Glades Main 1 North now. Another green. More power on. Try and go a bit further ahead this time. Keep forgetting we're doing 75 miles an hour. Let's stand on the station, shall we? Back from the yellow line, please. Right. How are we doing? Green on the high ball. Right, we've got a speed reduction to 45 coming up. I'm just going to ease the brakes on. We're running way ahead of schedule. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes in the bank, so. Got another 20 miles an hour to drop. Brakes off. Oops, guess I've got the bell on. I know, missed hornboard. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat so that I can answer any questions. And it's like driving while texting, you just should not do it. It doesn't work. Right, we've got a yellow in front of us now. Must have missed another whistle board. Raventhares, long, long, short, long, yes, for non-quiet zone. This area is full of quiet zones though. That's what they call a Rule 14L. Coming up on Oppalocker at the moment. And another one I missed. Dear oh dear. Who is crossing there? What it was. Right, we're coming up on Oppalocker. We're not stopping here. Short blow on the horn, gets the ditch lights going. Now it does. Not Nebworth, C. Rogers, we're not stopping there, that was a go via instruction. Probably trying to panic me, weren't you? So yes, this is the Amtrak Dash 8. It comes with four scenarios for the Miami to West Palm Beach line. We're doing the second scenario at the moment. It comes with two liveries. This is one of them, the newer Amtrak livery, and it also comes with the Amtrak Phase 3 livery. Oh, we've got a yellow in the middle. Panic there for just a minute. Just because we'll be taking a secondary route. Remember rightly, we're crossing over to the left. This is where the journey gets a bit slower. Because we've got to go through or around Hialeah Yard and into Miami Terminal. Raventhares, you really enjoyed the Feather River Canyon. That's really good to hear. I must admit, I've been enjoying it as well. It's a great route. Right, let's get stopped to. Yeah, train boy, that signal, the red, yellow, red, is telling us we've got a single block permission for, approach signal aspect, and we're on a secondary route, which in this case was crossing the line. Slow down for 20. While we're going nice and slow, we can have another look around outside. Gamer Noob, which livery is it coming with? It's coming with 2 liveries. So it comes with this livery, and if you look behind me up here, you can see the Phase 3 livery, which it also comes with. Gronk on steroids. Back on the high ball now. The Amtrak livery behind me has a Dutch flag on it. It's the Amtrak Phase 3 livery. It's a bit of a slow bit this, just as we make our way through the yard, or around it, sorry, into Miami terminals. Also known as the Pepsi can. That's the one locomotive. Got any questions, then feel free to ask them. I shall do my best to answer them. Double yellow signal. Right, we're slowing down to 15 now, just in case you thought we were going a bit fast. Whitemead, I'm running it on a GTX 970 now, and this is on, I think it's near enough max settings. Slowing down for the 15. I've got yellow on the second, or a lunar signal on the fifth, on the lower signal. Yep, there's a signal. There's passenger view on the coaches. In fact, I believe it's all the same type of coach. So we're coming up to Miami just now, it's just there in front of us. So we've got the terminal just in front of us up here. These are the platforms, and we're taking that one in, I think. Good shout, Dudley Dorito. Just going into Miami now, and then we shall stop. On account of there not being any more track. Yep, you can step up the cab view, so you've got the central cab view here, where you can also open the door, and then you've got the conductor's view here. And when the door is open, it's also open from the outside. Occurs to me I should actually look at what I'm doing. Shut that noise. This'll do. It's not a great stop, but it's a stop. So there it is, folks. That's the number boards light up. There's a switch array up here as well. That's the Amtrak -8 coming soon. Okay, so no one's actually told me what we're giving away tonight, so I'm just going to give stuff away. Okay, great going engineer, passengers have finished and alighted, and we've reached our final destination.